Hello, everyone. Welcome to our virtual knit night. I think for some of you, it is probably very late in the evening. We noticed there were a number of Icelanders who signed up for our party. So I guess as we're getting started, we'd love to hear where people are joining us from. There's a little chat window. If you haven't found it yet, you can just chat and that'll go to everybody in the group. Yeah, we'd love to hear where you're from. And while we're doing that, I'll just introduce us. So I am Alison, and my sister Andrea is joining me here. And together we are Knitrino. We're working on interactive patterns that you can use on your phone. And so it's coming along brilliantly. We're really excited. We're hoping to be in beta within the next month. And so if you're interested in that, check us out. We'll be launching soon. And we're extra excited to have the amazing designer and fabulous human being, Romi Hill, with us here today.
Oh, what a nice introduction.
Yes, we are so excited.
Hey.
We've been big fans of Romi's for a long time. Andrea
I'm
is
big fans of yours too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you two are great.
Oh, Andrea, you said you wanted to share what some of your favorite designs of Romi's are.
Okay, so it took a little effort to remember what its name was, because it's your Craftsy pattern that is now Blueprint, and I know you have more than one, but that High Sierra shawl has been something that has fascinated me forever, because that construction must be really, really cool.
It's a lot of fun to do, I think. It's kind of modular, so with the modular little lace sections and then stripes in between. So that one was a really fun one because I designed it so you could use any 5-pack of mini skeins plus a full skein, and it doesn't matter if it's a gradient set or if they're just all 5 wild crazy colors. So that was the challenge.
Awesome. Well, so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and then in the audience have questions, you can type them into the chat window, and we'll also just ask some questions. So tell us a little bit about you, maybe how you got started designing, all of that.
So I actually come from a crafty family. So my mother and my grandmother were avid crocheters, and they taught me to crochet when I was like 4. I think I learned to crochet before I learned to read.
Wow.
And but I always loved the look of knit fabric, so I started begging my mother immediately, almost, if she would teach me how to knit. And finally, when I was 9, she relented. So she taught me how to knit and purl and cast on and bind off, and I had terrible habits. Like I had all these bizarre knitting habits until I found the internet knitting community. Like I'd kind of quit for a while, and then I came back and it was like, oh, there's all this information. And so then I started sort of like getting serious about it and learning more about knitting, because before then I was like a poor student, and I would just go into whatever yarn store and just pick up whatever was in the sale bin and make something up. So I guess that was sort of the start of my designing. Just because I didn't know I wasn't supposed to. So
right.
So I just did. So yeah. And then I just kind of knit on and off through all sorts of jobs, and I was a musician. I went to music school.
Oh.
And yeah, I played French horn. Really?
Me too.
God, that's so cool.
No, she played horribly, though. We have to be honest about this.
So cool.
I was first chair in high school.
There was only one chair, though, right? Okay.
Yeah, that's not true.
So wow, French horn, and that, did you study that through college then, or?
I have my undergrad is from Eastman School of Music. So I have a French horn performance, and then I decided I didn't want to go into that. And I did recording engineering for a while. So
cool.
I had, I kind of worked in the recording studio at Eastman, and then I did an internship, and then I really wanted to go back home. I'm originally from the San Francisco Bay Area, and I was getting tired of the East Coast. I mean, it's just different. There's different. nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I missed the West Coast. So, so I went back there and I started to do a master's at San Francisco State.
Okay.
And they had, it was a broadcasting, like
Cool.
radio and television. So they had the sound engineering portion of it. So I started out in that, and sort of halfway through that, I decided I didn't want to do that. And I got a job in marketing, and then I went back and I finished my master's, and I did my thesis on news. So probably if you're from the Bay Area, you may remember the poly-class kidnapping long ago, and it led to the 3 strikes law in California.
Oh,
so
right.
My thesis was on how the media coverage of that kidnapping led to the 3 strikes law. So I analyzed, I taught myself statistics, because again, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to.
Right.
So I just did. And so I started out in one area and I sort of ended up in another area, and then I didn't do that either. So there you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it. I like the arc. Like, what a journey.
It makes some sort of sense. I'm not sure what, but...
No, I mean, I think it says something about how you experience life and how you're a lifelong learner, and I like it.
I love learning. I'm a learning geek. I love to learn new things.
Yeah, same.
And honestly, I really think what some people maybe don't know about journalism and statistics is they are really creative fields.
Yeah. Sometimes more creative than others.
Yeah.
That's true.
Wow. That's cool. And so how long have you been publishing knitting designs then?
I figured this out the other day, but now I think 13 years.
Wow. Cool.
So I think my first design appeared in Knitty in 2007.
Awesome.
I think so, yeah.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. So.
All right. Let's see. So maybe you want to tell us about some of your favorite yarns or bases or colorways. Are there particular yarns you like to use in your work?
All the yarns.
All of them.
So I actually, knowing that you would ask me this, I brought a big box of yarn and other stuff. So first, I'm working on this sweater. I actually released the pattern. It's called the Thornbush sweater.
Ooh.
And I released the pattern, but then I wanted to knit a 5-color version.
Oh,
and
nice.
so I have this, you can kind of see the gradient here. And this is Neighborhood Fiber Company, and she just released this is a single, so it's non-superwash single, and it's so nice and soft, and it smells really sheepy and delicious.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm a yarn sniffer.
Me too. I bury my face in it. Yep.
Yeah, so this smells, it's like you can still smell the lanolin on it, and she gets beautiful dye job on this. So I've really been enjoying this one.
Yeah. Well, I posted a link to the pattern, so if anyone's interested in looking at it, you can just click through.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You are so good.
Well, I'm at my computer.
Barely concentrate on anything except blathering right now, and you're just doing all this tech stuff.
Well, that's because you're carrying the heavy lifting. So.
And you're also gracious. So okay. So here we go. Here is my yarn basket. So these are the yarns from, I'm doing an ebook subscription, and it's something that I've done. I will take a year and a half or something like that and do patterns and deliver them within the time frame. And this one is called 9 Lives, and it's 9 shawl patterns for changing times. And it's kind of based on the fact that I just kept picking up gold and gray yarn.
Oh, neat.
Like, I just was like totally drawn to all the gray and gold. And it's from, I realized after a while, after I'd like gotten all the gray and gold yarn in the world, that it was probably because when I was a baby and when I was a little kid, my grandmother worked. She was a PR person at the San Francisco Ballet, and she had gray and gold cashmere sweaters, and I used to pet her. So when they kind of wore out, she gave them to me, and so they were my blankies, like my gray and gold blankies. So I figured it's like, okay, this is telling me something. So I decided to do a collection that's kind of based on gray and gold.
Nice.
So I got all the gray and gold yarn.
Okay, so Karen has asked if you can angle your camera down a little just to better see the yarn. We have to confess, Karen, we tilted the camera up because she had a cool photo behind her of women playing or shooting pool. Look at all that yarn.
I know.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing.
Yes.
Yarn.
Oh,
So
love it.
This is so cool. This is Surrey alpaca. So this is gray, gold, and pinks.
Neat.
And that's from Neighborhood Fiber Company.
Okay.
And it is the softest, coziest, squishiest thing ever.
Nice.
So yummy. And I'm going to pick these up, so don't worry. So this one is Berenda yarn.
Oh, we love them.
Isn't
Jay
it
and
beautiful?
Nikki. Yeah.
Yes. It has a really stable twist to it. Like it's really different from any other twist.
Yeah.
And they have, I don't want to like mess up their technical explanation for why it is like this. So I'll just say I've never heard of another yarn that was being manufactured like this. They use like a hand spinning method. So that's another one of the yarns that's going into my ebook. I got to gather up all of my favorite yarns. So
yeah.
So, and then I love this one.
This you just
Lola Bean.
Adela, you just picking all our favorites. Yes,
so awesome.
She was just on our Instagram live a few minutes ago.
She's awesome. Yeah. So I feel incredibly fortunate that I scooped up some of her bulky yarn. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be mousse lace.
Nice.
So, and for those who don't know what mousse lace is, it's just lace done with really thick yarn. So this is just bulky, yummy yarn. And I have some beautiful magpie fibers. So this is part of my haul from Stitches West. And
art.
Yeah, so here's the gray.
Look at those.
So, I know. Look at those colors. Aren't they amazing?
Love it.
So, and this one is just the cashmere, nylon, and merino. So, which I love, but for some reason the colors just glow like crazy.
Yeah.
I love them. Very nice. And I mean, I could like play with yarn forever. You're probably going to have to tell me to shut up. I got these at Stitches West, and they're Loop Fiber Studio. It's called Yin Yang, and if you look really close, like they're all like, it's a really different way to create a gradient. Yeah. So like these two are the opposite of one another, and then these two are opposite. Neat. And they are so cool. And they smell like sheep still.
And what is it called again? It's Loop?
It's Loop Fiber, and it's Yin Yang. It says Harmonizing the Yarn Universe. Loop Fiber Studio. Neat. Oh, and very cool. Yarn is so cool. Neat. We'll have to.
It is cool.
Check it out.
Somehow we met them.
I really like it.
They were at Stitches West.
They were at Stitches West. Yeah. So on vendor bonding day, Sunday, I sort of went around and visited everybody. Yeah. So yeah. Very cool. So I got to see them. And then I have other yarn too. This is another one of my favorites. This is a shawl that's going in my in my ebook.
Look at that, you guys.
So, and this is Freya.
Okay.
So this is her, it's like an Aran weight single. So it's incredible. I mean, it's like just amazing. It's gradient.
Yeah.
So
love it. The colors are just stunning.
I'm like,
it's really, really beautiful.
yeah.
So has that pattern not even been released yet? Are people getting a sneak preview?
A sneak preview. It has not been released yet.
Oh, so you guys.
Yeah. So it's going to be released closer to fall because it's probably going to get written out for like a fingering weight as well. Mm-hmm. So
cool.
Yeah. But this is my favorite one.
Yeah, I see why. It's really beautiful.
And let's see. I just have like all this yarn. This is Clinton Hill Cashmere.
Ooh.
I know, it's like so
I've heard of them.
Do you know that,
so
Andrea?
soft.
She's going to go see if she has it too.
It's so soft.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and she's so nice. I met
wonderful.
her at Vogue New York.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have some, Andrea? Did she find some?
I think that I bought from her booth, but she had something different. It's not got her label on it, but North Light Fibers.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe
got some of theirs too.
Oh.
Okay, so
Karen says that she loves her yarn and that she hasn't gotten any yet, but yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So this is actually, speaking of North Light Fibers.
Oh.
Yeah, this is North Light Fibers, and the colors are like just incredible. Yeah, so that's another.
And I have to. You did not exaggerate your thing for your colors.
Like, I just went with it. I was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah,
Obviously, this is where I am right now.
I like that you're very on brand. You're like,
it's like, okay, I'm gonna go with it.
Awesome. Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah, let's see. But I did differ a little bit.
Ooh.
I know.
Like I see warmer tones.
So that's differing a little bit. Chasing Rabbits.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a Texas brand. And she was at the Hill Country Weavers Retreat.
Ooh.
So I have a thing for mohair, and like it's a lifelong mohair obsession. And every now and again, it comes into style again, and I celebrate.
Yeah.
So this is my celebration.
Yeah. I think you ought to just celebrate it whether it's in style or not.
Right. Well, I often
those are beautiful.
Privately, but no one wants to do a pattern out of it. So. And then this is from Farmer's Daughter.
Yeah.
And the colors were so pretty.
Yeah.
So I went off brand because, surprise.
Oh, well, those are great. Thank you so much for sharing all that. It's wonderful.
So, we also have a lifelong
mohair. So this is a sweater
awesome.
that our mother knit. We each had one.
My God.
When we were horrible, awkward little teenagers. It's giant. It's like at least an extra large, if not a 2X.
And
it was
this
mine.
was Alison.
And, when I was a mere 85 pounds and 12 years old.
Did you both fit in it?
Yeah, we could have. Yeah, it was funny. So I was a little puffball in my oversized mohair sweater. Yeah.
God, that's so cute.
Anyway,
oh my God.
Thank you for sharing, Andrea. But anyway, we wanted to also open it up and see if anybody has anything they want to share that they've been working on. If you're on a computer, we can invite you on stage and you can show us your finished objects or what's hot on your needles. It's kind of a fun way to interact a little. And so we'll give it a minute. Just put in a chat and let us know. And then at the end, I think we'll play some games and maybe have a prize. So
while we're waiting for people to apply to come on stage, I'll tell you how this game works. It's got a little bit more interesting since the last time we played it. I've actually mixed up the Cards Against Humanity and the Knitters Against Swatches deck. And so it might get a little interesting. If you don't know this game, it's horrible. Only horrible people play it, and it's my favorite.
I play too. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Because it makes me laugh. Oh, okay. So we have people applying to come on stage. So do you want to go ahead and let them do
Joy's
that?
going to come on and show us her silver lining sweater. But oops, I invited her and then she had to run and get it. So she'll be on in a moment.
Oh, okay. All right. So if you don't know how to play this game, normally you have white cards that are your, like, you'll play these and they're the answer to the prompt. So the prompt might be, in the 7th circle of hell, sinners must endure blank for all eternity. And I might pull something perfect from my deck that says
Knitting two left mittens.
Knitting two left mittens. Because I think I'm not the only one that's done that before. Right?
It would be fun if you had two left hands. There we go. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Joy.
There she is.
It just popped up.
Yeah. Hi, Joy.
Hi.
So show us your sweater.
It's a silver lining
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh,
and I
Yeah.
made it's
really
out of Woolfolk. So it's
Oh, nice.
That is
Oh,
so
amazingly
beautiful.
so
Yeah.
that wool is like it's the chain knit together. So it just turned out so lovely.
That is
And
beautiful.
so tell us about the colors because it's a little hard to tell. Is it navy and off-white?
It is an emerald green and sort of like ivory creamish.
Oh, gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
And her Jennifer Steingrass, her patterns are written so well, so it's kind of easy to follow. But I did make some adjustments because for stranded knitting, this is kind of thick wool.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get all the
Oops.
ends in.
We won't tell. It's our secret.
But yeah, so that's it.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thanks for
beautiful.
sharing. All right.
Thanks for
Congratulations.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. We'll take, what do you think? 2 more and then we'll play some Knitters Against Swatches. Karen,
somebody,
who do you see?
Okay.
Did I miss one? Oh, Emily has one.
yeah, and yes, Emily and Val said she had just she's wearing her, I don't know how to say that, Mohair sweater right now.
Okay, I'm gonna get Emily up, and then I think we'll see Valerie, and then Karen can show us her her mitt, her cute mitt, and then we'll play some games. Emily, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. And are you in Alaska? Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
This is the one that last week I said had bobbles on it, and you guys were talking about that, and I used the backwards knitting techniques.
Yes!
Super
Hooray!
So, yeah.
That is really
Oh, it's
cool.
gorgeous. I can't wait to
So
see
Yeah,
it. finish.
I'm super excited. I'm on the first sleeve, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Good.
And I started this
Great.
last Wednesday.
So
You're killing it.
Quarantine
Wow.
knitting time.
you started it
Yeah.
That is seriously
Yeah.
impressive.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
So cool.
awesome.
So cool.
Well, thanks for showing.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. What's that? Andrea?
I said we're under attack here.
Oh. Okay. And then we said Emily, and then I lost track. And Valerie. Oh, Valerie can't show because she's on a phone or a tablet. So unfortunately, to go on stage, you have to be on a computer. That's the one drawback about this stupid platform. So Karen, do you want to show us your mitt?
We'd also like to say, while Karen's coming on stage, that is this the same Karen I'm thinking of?
Yeah, it's our Karen.
Yeah,
It's a
one of the most amazing companies in America, and
Yes.
maybe we could hear like a couple minutes about Greystone Bakery.
Yeah, so Karen works from Greystone Bakery, and they are dedicated to providing work opportunities for people re-entering the workforce.
I have read about them.
Yeah, and
it's so cool.
It's so special to me. I actually taught math in the state prison here, so I had it was to prepare people who were about to re-enter for college placement. Karen!
Hey, buddy!
How's it going?
I'm filthy. I am absolutely filthy, but I was,
you look fabulous.
I'm
look
sure
great.
I do. Totally sure I do.
You do.
So, I have to tell you, I know, big hugs to everybody. I miss hugging people so much.
Yes.
The 2 left mittens thing, I actually went out the other night to drop off food for a friend, and not only did I have on 2 completely different shoes, like not even close. The one on my right foot was a left shoe. So I was wearing 2 left shoes of 2 different. I felt like Eugene Levy in Best of Show when he's got the 2 left feet. And I couldn't stop laughing. So anyway, here's my mitt. And then I will tell you a little bit about Greystone because it's a really cool place. So I love this pattern. And I'm going to hold it up so you can see it.
Ooh,
it's called Sparrow. It's by Nell Zaroli. And it looks like sparrow tracks, like little bird tracks in the snow.
That's really pretty.
And it's really fun and really fast to knit, even though it looks so crazy, because you can do the 1/1 twists. So you get a real groove, and it's a favorite of mine, so I'm happy to show it off. And this was yarn that was gifted to me, which I love. So real quick about Greystone, because I know everybody didn't come here for that. So Greystone Bakery is in Yonkers, New York. Was founded in 1982 by an order of Zen Buddhist monks who they started a bakery to support themselves and realized that they could include their social justice work in it, and literally started hiring people right off the street of like, oh, hey, homeless guy, you want a job? You know, we'll give you a job. You can come start baking. So that word got around. They were in the Bronx at the time. They moved to Yonkers really quickly. Where it was embraced. That's a whole other story for another time. And we've been doing that ever since. And it's called open hiring now. When we started doing it, we realized that it's not just a job that makes somebody thrive. It's training and services. So we got into a whole nonprofit side as well. And then the sort of really exciting moment in history was in 1987. Bernie, our founder, was invited to a conference in Colorado of a group of business people who were really the founders of the social enterprise movement. It was people like Anita Roddick from The Body Shop, Gary Hirschberg from Stonyfield Farms Yogurt, and Ben and Jerry, who were at the time still really like young and weird. You know, they were 2 fat guys from Long Island, Jewish fat guys from Long Island in Vermont, stoned, wearing tie-dye and Birkenstocks and talking about hormones in milk. Like nobody knew what this was. The era of greed is good. So Bernie and Ben literally went for a walk in the woods, came out of the woods and said, we're going to do a product together. And it was supposed to be an ice cream sandwich. We were going to do a wafer cookie. Bernie came back to Yonkers, said, we're going to make these and it's going to be huge. And everybody said, we don't know how to. And we said, we've never known how to do anything we did. Other people figure stuff out. We can figure it out. And they made these cookies, froze them, packed them all up, shipped literally trailers full to Vermont. They got there, they opened the box, and they had all squished together. Oh. And everybody panicked, like full out panic, except Ben and Jerry, who were like, no, let's taste it. And they chipped some off and tasted it and loved it. And somebody else said, and again, I am absolutely positive there were, adults materials involved in a lot. Somebody said, let's throw it in chocolate ice cream and see what it does. So they did. And that's how chocolate fudge brownie ice cream was born.
That's awesome.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah,
best story.
it is. And it's like such serendipity, which is so much fun. So chocolate fudge brownie has been in their top 5 flavors since it launched over 30 years ago. We're also in half baked, and we continue to use open hiring. You come in, you put your name on the list. When we have a job available, you can have it, no questions asked.
That's so cool.
Which is amazing. It really, really is amazing. Our employees are working right now. They're some of the most interesting and exciting people you'll ever meet in your life. And, it's funny because people treat particularly, we don't ask, but we do know just incidentally that at any given point, about 60% of our employees have been to jail or been involved in the criminal justice system. And, you know, people treat people coming out of jail not even as if they're unskilled, but almost as if they're starting from a negative on skills. And I say this to people all the time, and people laugh a little bit, and then they go, oh, wait, I never thought of it like that way. Unsuccessful drug dealers don't get felonies.
Yeah.
The people who go to jail, and most of the people coming out of jail are coming out for drug dealing. And they ran very successful businesses. They were just in an illegal economy, not in a legal economy. So they're quite amazing. And we're trying to take it global. So this year we had a really big year. We had our first sort of quote unquote client for the Center of Open Hiring, and it's The Body Shop, which is Damon Erotic and iconic in the social enterprise world. And I had the pleasure and honor of working with them for about a year. And they have already launched Open Hiring in their distribution center in North Carolina. And they were supposed to take it into retail in June, which obviously is pushed back a little bit now, but they're going to be starting to do Open Hiring in retail. So it's a cool place. Anybody ever want to talk social justice with me? I'm around.
Awesome.
It's my thing.
Yeah,
I
love
read
it, Karen.
an article about that bakery, and I was so inspired. I mean, it's just so amazing.
I'm amazed every day by the people that I work with, and they're extraordinary. And it always smells good. And I have a friend who loves to introduce me to people because she says, "This is Karen. She works in a brownie factory." Which is fun to say. Like, we're doing a brownie factory.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We have brownies. We sell at Whole Foods and other places, but Ben and Jerry's is our big buddies. Yeah. So there you have it. There's a little.
Thank you, Karen.
Dirty hair, a little dirty-haired social justice for you on a Wednesday night.
Love it. Yeah. Well, we appreciate it, and thanks for sharing your mitt. It's great to see you as always.
It was fun one. Big hugs to everybody. I'll see you all in real life soon.
Yes, let's hope so. Bye.
Rhinebeck is coming.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. All right. Well, that was fun. I love Karen, and what a great story.
And she's really good again at Knitters Against Swatches, guys. So you have to have your A game on.
She has a gift. She takes it to a whole new level. So Andrea, do you want to play?
Yeah, we should warn people. First of all, I have to say I was having trouble because my husband was using up all our band streaming silly videos, and I was like running downstairs saying, "You have to turn that off for a minute."
I had to tell my son to do that.
Yeah.
It was like, no gaming.
Yeah, that's right. Not right now.
Please.
Karen, Andrea, this is the prize we'll be playing for tonight. It is the extremely rare Knitrino t-shirt that has not yet made any debuts in public because everyone who's won one has been on lockdown. It's very limited edition. We have most sizes left, but there might be one or two that we're out of. And again, I won't be mailing these until it's no longer locked down. So it'll probably be another couple weeks before I mail them. Have a little backlog right now. But that's what our winner will win. It's very exciting. So, Andrea, line it up.
All right. All right, we're going to start with an easy one, and we're going to move to harder ones. Okay. What's keeping me from knitting?
Okay, so fill in your answers. What's keeping me from knitting?
It seems really harmless, right?
Jen says drinking. Depression. You all. That's true. Point taken. Puzzles. Interesting.
Oh, no.
Oh, Heather, don't let your cat chew on your circular, like not the cable, but the cable connecting your circulars. Lightsabers. That's good. Boys that keep using needles as lightsabers. Motivation, babysitting my grandson, daydreams of a dystopian future.
That's my problem these days, Karen. We need to have a private little one-on-one.
Yeah. Molly, dogs knitting themselves into sweaters.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes. Anne is buying yarn. Jody's starting new projects, working from home, and still buying more yarn. Say, Iris.
as a teacher, you guys, all you homeschooling moms right now, I know how much harder it is to teach as a teacher, and I can't imagine how much harder it is to be a mom.
And working and
Yeah.
All right. Should we do one more? And then
Okay,
and then we'll pick our favorite.
Okay. Hey, baby, come back to my place and I'll show you.
Whoa! What will you show us? My works of my balls. I knew it was coming. My balls, my stash. Yep, good answers. Good answers. Yeah, Karen.
Do you guys want a hard one?
We queued that up for you. Wait, we're not done. How to twist cables. I love that. My interchangeable needles. Oh, my Swift. Oh, it took us 3 weeks to learn to homeschool. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
My 27 tubs of yarn. Laura, I'll show you continental style. It's all in the intonation.
Oh, Anne.
Where what was Anne's? Fingering. I'll show you fingering.
Oh my God.
About sport.
Yeah. I love that Heather's saving up her cat hair to spin it. All right, one more, Andrea.
Okay. So this is a 2-part question, and I'll give you an example. If you get one that has 2 blanks, you have to have 2 cards to play. So this one says, when you get right down to it, blank, it's just blank. And if I had my actual cards, I would say, when you get right down to it, it's just sharing needles. Oh, no, wait. When you get right down to it, sharing needles is just blushing anytime I say fingering, which really doesn't make sense because sometimes you get stuck with cards that you just really don't know how to play, right?
So we're looking for a completion of that phrase. When it gets right down to it, blank is just blank. So like knitting is just playing with sticks and string, only funnier than that. Oh yeah, Jen said that too. Magic is just sticks and string. Oh, Karen. Swatching is just tri-humping.
That is like the best answer I could have imagined.
Stashing is just preparing for the pandemic. It's true.
Oh,
wow. My
wow.
God. You guys are the best.
Hard to pick a winner.
Yeah. Dirty girls. Very dirty. Crocheting is just hooking. That's true. It's another form. Knitting is just avoiding awkward conversations. Knitting is just tangling animal hair. That's a very true statement.
Yes. No,
I like that, Romi.
I didn't believe in zombies for a really long time, but the world has really changed.
Right? Exactly.
Rachel, tea is just a way of keeping up the energy. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I was just reading Rachel's cute comment. Tea is a way of keeping up the energy at night so she can knit after the kids go to bed.
Yes, very important.
All right. Andrea, I'm going to let you pick our winner this time. What's your favorite?
I've got 2 favorites. Maybe you guys decide.
We can have 2 winners.
Where'd it go?
You may get the Knitrino temporary tattoo if we don't have your size.
Well, Karen was one I was going to pick, but hasn't she won us?
No, she is not. I don't think.
Well, Karen's swatching is just dry humping was perfect. I think that's the one I got to pick.
I mean, I think that will live on forever.
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
So what was your other one, Andrea? Did you have another one?
That was it.
Okay.
I can't find the other one.
All right, Karen. We want to get you a t-shirt. Let us know what size you need. You can email me. And we may, if we don't have your size, we may send you a temporary tattoo in lieu of. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much. This has been super. We've really enjoyed it. Romi, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
it was great.
It was really fun.
Yeah, and we'll be back on Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern, I think. I don't know what time that is. And we'll have another special guest, which is, Andrea, do you remember? Is it Despondent?
I think so. So let me just do a little preview of them. They dye yarn with really funny names. So let me find it.
Oops.
I really hope that.
She's gone.
Okay, so I bought this one because it's a true story. I bought the colorway disappointing the mother-in-law.
Ah,
She did. It's a true story. Yep.
Always.
Yep. So they'll be on with us on Sunday. We hope you can join us then. And thank you all for playing and being awesome people. And we'll see you on the internet. So
thank you.
all right. High five, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.